Bueno, gente, vamos a continuar con The Wolf Among Us, que estábamos persiguiendo a Georgie, que me arrepiento un poco de no haber perseguido al hombre torcido, que es a él a quien estábamos realmente buscando, pero la adrenalina, no sé, me hizo ir directamente hacia él, ¿sí? Como fue un momento de decisión en el que todo pasaba muy rápido, no sé, mi instinto me llevó al coche de Georgie. Bueno, vamos a entrar, que se nos va. Yo sé que no se nos va a ir, pero igual me meto en la piel del personaje. Tenemos que hacer ahora que Georgie confíe en nosotros. Yo sé que es que no le veo sentido. De hecho, hasta no le conviene a Georgie matar a las chicas porque son sus empleadas. Él estaría perdiendo si él terminara matándolas. Vamos para allá. Pero en serio, estoy tomando decisiones equivocadas. Como venir por él en vez de por el hombre torcido.
Hang on, I need a minute.
Okay.
Tranquilo, no te voy a hacer nada. Solamente quiero... Contigo sí quiero hablar. Aparte, no sería lógico lastimarte, ¿sabes?
Crooked Man's the one you want. But of course, you're too much of an idiot to see that. Or maybe you just like me too much to let me go.
Tú vienes conmigo.
I'm taking you in, Georgie. Let's go.
Es que sabéis también qué fue lo que pasó. Que mientras Bigby saltaba por el puente, primero se enfocó el coche de Georgie. Y luego por ahí se enfocó el coche del hombre torcido. Y entonces ahí tú te pones a pensar cuál coche iba. En cuál coche iba cuál. O sea, cosa de que, no sé, tu subconsciente hace que vayas directamente todo a por el coche de Georgie.
Please, Sheriff.
¿Qué pasa?
Haven't you done enough? Look at him.
¿Por qué lo proteges?
Dying.
You can't seriously want to protect this guy. You know what he did.
I'm not going anywhere. It isn't his fault.
He's a murderer. Faith and Lily, he's the reason they're dead.
Look, I know he made a few mistakes. We all have.
What? He made sure they couldn't talk with those damn ribbons, and then he killed them. You're wearing one yourself. Doesn't that bother you even a little, knowing that man murdered...
Of course it does. Those girls...
So it's all my fucking fault then. You fucking... You're gonna throw me to the fucking wolf too? You know I didn't have a goddamn choice. What the fuck? I did what I had to! You can't fucking blame me for that.
Look,
¿Por qué lo hiciste?
Sometimes you just have to do what you're told.
Why'd you do it then, huh? If it's not your fault, then what the fuck happened?
Dime, Georgie.
Faith and the others tried to pull a run on us. And as you can
De dejarnos sin avisar.
imagine, the Crooked Man wasn't too thrilled. But of course, the big boss didn't want to get his fucking hands dirty. So he told me to take care of it. You think I don't know what that means? Either I do what he says or I'm the one getting dealt with. So I fucking killed him. And I'd do it again.
Vale, esa última parte ya estaba protegiéndolo a Georgie, pero ya con esa última parte que hizo, los volvería a matar a esas locas. Sigue siendo responsable.
The Crooked Man gave the order. He told me to kill
Me hizo
them.
cambiar un poco de
And
opinión
then
esa
he
última
fucking
parte.
sold me out.
You're still the one who pulled the trigger. Nobody held your hand and made you go through with it.
Bueno, en sí lo obligó el hombre torcido.
Believe what you want. I can tell you've made up your mind. Doesn't matter if it's fucking true or not.
No vayas a lastimarlo, Bigby.
But it won't bring back Lily or Faith. It won't free your friend Narissa. And I'm just the sap taking the fall for the whole thing. It must be so easy being you. Just come in here and blame me for all this shit. Job's done, right? George is the bad guy. It's all his fucking fault.
Tampoco es todo tu culpa, quiero capturar a todos.
But what was I supposed to do? You don't know what it's like, Bigby. How could you know? At the end of the day, you're just like him.
Las pudiste
Coming
haber
here,
dejado
talking about
escapar.
options, like it was that simple.
You could have done anything else. You could have let them go. You could have freed Faith and Lily from those fucking ribbons instead of murdering them.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. If I freed them, what would you have me do? Kill her?
Georgie, don't.
It was them or Vivian. So you tell me, if freeing Lily meant she had to die.
Wow.
Do you still think I had a fucking choice?
¿Ella está involucrada? Eso también me gustaría. ¿Qué tan involucrada está ella en esto?
This is the original.
La original.
The girl with the ribbon.
La
I'm
chica
sure
con el
you've heard
lazo.
the stuff.
A ver, tengo que leerlo ahí. La chica con el lazo. Estoy seguro de que has escuchado las historias. No podría sacárselo. No podría verlo hablar. No podría hablar de ello.
She used her little purple ribbon to make more of them. To keep our girls quiet. To ensure absolute
Para
discretion.
asegurar.
Promised you wouldn't.
All that magic is connected to this little thing. You remove hers, the spell's broken. They're all free. But you know what happens to her? The same thing that happened to Faith. So don't you come in here and tell me I fucked up.
What the hell, Georgie? We were supposed to look out for each other.
¿Y ahora le quitamos el lazo a esta mujer o no? Porque wow, esto sí es una decisión difícil. Quitarle el lazo, matar a una persona para que las demás chicas estén libres. O dejarla a ella viva, pero el resto de chicas van a estar con eso.
Trusted
¿Estos
you.
eran tus
Can't
lazos?
fucking blame me. You're not innocent here either.
Wait, those were your ribbons? You're in on this? I thought you cared about them.
I do. Of course I do.
Pero
You have to understand, nobody was supposed to die.
se suponía, pero ¿qué pasó?
This place. It was just a stupid idea. A gimmick. Discretion is our guarantee.
¿Y por qué eso de la
Started
discreción?
anyway. This was supposed to be our place. We were going to be in charge for once, and nobody would try to control us or use us. That was the point. And the crooked man showed up, and everything just turned to shit.
So, do you get it now? Why I couldn't just... If you still think it's so fucking simple, then you do it. Go right ahead. Kill her then.
¿Por qué no me fui por qué no me fui por el auto del hombre torcido? Hubiera sido mejor. Ahorita estoy sufriendo con estos dos. Es que es que me fui por el auto equivocado. Estoy en las manos de personas que no tienen la culpa. No son los responsables, mejor dicho. Tienen la culpa, pero no son los responsables, los que están al mando. Ay, ¿por qué me fui por este coche en lugar del hombre torcido?
Break the spell. Save the fucking day.
Stop it!
I told you. Sometimes all your options are shit. What the fuck
¿Qué
are you
haré?
supposed to do then?
No voy a hacer nada,
Don't
gente.
talk about me like I'm not even here. Please. You think this is hard for you? My life is such a fucking burden on your conscience. Don't I get a say? It's my life. Like it was either of yours to give up in the first place.
I wasn't really...
Just shut up. What makes you think you can just...
Igual, esta tipa es muy fiel. Es muy leal con Georgie. Así que no me parece justo que después de todo lo que haya pasado termine así. Siento yo que ella siente hasta algo por Georgie. Entonces no quisiera que las cosas acabaran así tan tristemente.
Just do what they want with my life. I thought it would be different here. But it's all the fucking stuff.
Vivian, I didn't mean...
Do you think I wanted to be this person? What I did to Faith and Lily? To all of them.
Vivian, wait.
Every day I have to look Gwen and Hans in the eye and pretend I don't care. I have to forget what I've done to them. What I took away from them. I look at Nerissa and I hate myself.
Vivian.
I can't pretend anymore.
What are you doing?
Vivian.
Ok,
Don't.
se va a suicidar.
Vivian, no!
Madre mía, qué gráfico.
Fuck!
Niños, no vean esto.
No.
Bueno, al menos yo no soy el culpable.
Vivian.
Dios.
Just... Jesus.
Dios.
Vivian.
Bueno,
I didn't fucking mean it.
al menos me
I
siento
just-
bien que yo no fui el que tiró del lazo.
Oh!
¿Qué hubiera pasado si me hubiera ido con el hombre torcido, gente? Siento que estoy aquí perdiendo el tiempo. Siento que estoy perdiendo el bendito tiempo. Aquí hablando con estos dos. Sinceramente.
Oh! Fuck!
Get up. Get up!
don't think so, Bigby.
Uf, tiene todos los intestinos fuera.
I'm gonna die here. I think we both know that.
¿Es en serio?
Just make sure you give the crooked man the same treatment when you find him. Really fuck him up for me, alright?
Él pasará peor que tú.
Don't worry.
Good. Old foundry by the river, alright? Shepherd Metalworks. He'll be there. Fucking asshole. You wanna finish me off now? Or do you plan to kick me around a little first? Rip my limbs off one by one? That's what you wanna do, right? Well, whatever it
Yo
is,
no
just
soy
get it
eso.
over with.
That's not who I am.
Prove it then. No more games, alright? We both know how this ends. Just make it quick.
Vale, para que
I
no
know what I
sufra.
did.
Deja que hable. Ah, quiero matarlo para que no sufra.
Let's not draw this out.
Vale, matémoslo.
Hi, Georgie.
Matémoslo para que deje de sufrir. Se acabó. Ahora los dos están felices donde deben estar es que no sé si decir el cielo o el paraíso, porque ¿a dónde van las fábulas cuando mueren? Porque imagínate si matas a un demonio, ¿a dónde iría? ¿Al infierno? O sea, prácticamente regresaría a su casa. Bueno, al fin se acabó. Parece que ya se acabó este negocio. Por eso Bigby apaga las luces representando que ya está este negocio ya deja de funcionar. Se acabó el postre dulce. ¿Y ahora? Muy bien, aquí la que más quiero tener con quien más, la que más tengo ganas es a Bloody Mary. Quiero golpearla. Quiero golpearla por todo lo que me hizo, pero muy seguro que le van a dar un superpoder, así un guionazo, como que Bigby se dé la espalda, que justamente cuando la tenía ahí, me golpearon, Dio, uno de los gemelos me golpeó con un mueble, y al final no pude hacer nada. Es que la tipa no se ve tan es ruda, pero no se ve que tenga tanta fuerza. No tiene fuerza física, y Bigby no aprovecha eso. En serio, le tengo muchas ganas a Mary Sangrienta. Y es hora de que pague por lo que hizo. Igual me pregunto, ¿qué hubiera pasado si me hubiese ido con el hombre torcido? Hubiéramos venido primero aquí y luego nos hubiésemos ido donde Georgie. No tiene mucho sentido, ya que con Georgie ya es como un fin. O sea, no tiene sentido que lo lógico sería que siempre al malo más malo lo dejen al final. Y aquí al malo más malo es el hombre torcido. Entonces, no tiene sentido ir con el malo más malo para que luego te vayas con Georgie, que es un peón. Así que bueno. Más paquetes.
So this is where they've been sending these.
Vamos, Bigby. Bigby Wolf. Ah, mira, automática el foco. Lógicamente ellos ya me han de estar esperando aquí. ¿Quiénes escaparon nomás? A ver, fueron estos dos, Georgie y Vivian. Y el otro fue el hombre torcido y Bloody Mary. ¿Dónde estás? ¿Dónde estás? ¿Dónde estás? ¿Dónde estás, hija de tu madre?
You used to be something.
Solía ser algo. ¿Quieres callarte la boca o te la callo yo? ¿Qué es esto? Ah, mira, esas son las fotos. Mira. Nos tomó la foto desde el primer capítulo. Somos nosotros. saliendo de la tienda esa. ¿Cuándo fue esta foto? No me acuerdo. Vale, esta fue una foto antigua de ni siquiera es nuestra, sino de las chicas del club. Esto supongo que es después de la muerte de Lily, cuando cuando Holly fue a ver el cuerpo de su hermana y luego se dio cuenta que Crane la había botado al pozo. Esto es el primer capítulo, el inicio de todo. Y esto, bueno, esto no sé cuándo habrá sido.
They used to fear you.
Ellos solían temerte. Ay, vas a ver lo que te voy a hacer.
They hide anywhere. They're small.
Se escondían en cualquier lugar donde entraran sus pequeñas y temblorosas. ¿Ahora? No puedo avanzar. Eso es para torturar, una máquina de tortura parece. Tío, no puedo hacer nada más aquí. Espérate. ¿Por acá no puedo ir? No. Esto no hace nada. Banco de trabajo, examinar. Bigby, por favor, cúbrete las espaldas.
Super.
The big
Mi
bad.
punto débil. ¿What? ¿Y esta que se puede teletransportar?
It's about time you showed up.
Bueno, sí tiene una habilidad interesante en el combate.
Take care of some things first.
Little errand boy. That's nice.
Vamos, Bigby.
Bigby, I see you made it here in one piece. I do apologize, but I have some business to attend to. I leave you in the capable hands of my associate. Come find me when you've finished here.
No tengo miedo.
Sorry. This won't take long.
A ver,
Get out of my way now. Don't make this worse.
Aw,
ven,
he
ven.
doesn't want to play.
I'm sure
Ven, Bloody
you'll
Mary.
persuade him.
Ven. Es rápida.
What a man. Stealing punches while my back is turned.
Tú me disparaste de espaldas también. No me digas nada. Vamos. Es rápida. Tío, es rápida. No solamente en el juego, sino también en el Quick Time es rápida. Vale, y se puede teletransportar. Eso, ya con eso se ponen más interesantes las cosas. Pensé que era la típica dama que solamente juega con la psicología y todo eso, se cree ruda, pero no tiene habilidad en la pelea. Pero sí tiene habilidad en el combate. Espérense que me estoy rascando la pierna. Y ahora sí. Bigby, transfórmate en lobo. ¿Para acá? ¿Puede ser? Es rápida esta mujer. Bueno, mujer no. Según la historia que todos conocemos, en un momento sí fue mujer, pero no lo sé. Igual Bloody Mary ya nos había dicho que la historia que nosotros conocemos de ella no es como realmente pasó, sino que no se nos ha contado la verdadera historia. Usa el olfato, Bigby. Ese es tu mayor poder. ¡Miércoles! Tío, es rápida. No, esto me va a costar un mogollón. A ver, W, A, S y D. Ya los tengo los dedos ahí. Con mucho cuidado. W, A, S, D. ¿Dónde está? Es rápida. Vale, esto me gusta. Eso ya parece más un juego de gameplay que una historia gráfica.
Come out and face me.
Al fin. Veo que viene. Sosteniendo bien el mouse. Esa es tu verdadera forma. Ahí están los espejos del cuento. Bigby, intenta no golpearla porque es muy rápida. Un golpe directo no va a ir con ella. Bigby, transfórmate completamente porque con esta mujer no se puede ir así. Uf, qué reflejos que tengo. Bigby, transfórmate. Ahora es cuando. No, otra vez quedamos igual que cuando nos rompió el brazo. Bigby, levántate para... No te lo voy a romper otra vez, Bigby parece que todavía está un poco afectado por el del cuerpo, por el último enfrentamiento. Se clonó. Ella es de Naruto. Usa el jutsu multiclones de sombra. Bigby, ¿puedes usar tu olfato? A lo mejor te sirva de algo ahorita. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bueno, mientras más son, más se debilita tu poder, creo yo. Porque lo tienes que dividir. Vamos, vamos, vamos. ¿Quién más? Al fin agarró a una. Yo estoy cliqueando y Bigby no esquiva. Vamos. Vamos. Toma. ¿Y ahora qué hago? Me matan, me matan. Vamos, Bigby. Bigby Wolf. Oh my god. Este es el verdadero Bigby. Este es el que vimos en el libro. ¿Os acordáis que yo os dije que el lobo que ha aparecido hasta ahora no se parecía en nada al lobo que vimos en el libro al principio del juego, en el libro que está en la oficina de Craig? El lobo que vimos en ese libro es este que tenemos aquí. Es increíble. Con razón es tan fuerte, ¿viste? Tiene un superpoder escondido. Y lo que no me gustaba, este lobo sí me gusta más. Lo que no me gustaba del otro lobo es que básicamente no parecía lobo porque no tenía hocico. Pero este sí es un verdadero lobo. Espérense. Vale. Acabemos ya con Bloody Mary. El soplido que se utilizó contra los 3 cerditos en la fábula de los 3 cerditos. Ahora ya sabemos cómo funciona eso. Perfecto. Madre mía, sí que es ágil esta mujer. ¿Me vas a dejar en paz o qué haces? Algo tengo que... ¡Vamos! ¡Toma! Hasta nunca, Bloody Mary. Bien, Bigby. Hasta nunca, Bloody Mary. Al fin acabamos con esta loca. Me encantó, gente. Me encantó la forma real de Bigby. Este sí es el verdadero lobo. No esa otra cosa que parece, en vez de, parece un hombre con un cosplay de lobo. Y ese es gigante. ¿Estamos desnudos? El hombre torcido. Ahora te toca a ti. Aunque no se lo ve tan fuerte. Pero bueno, esperemos a ver qué tal. A lo mejor... Siempre se supone que el que está al mando de algo es que tiene que ser el mejor en todo.
Bigby, you look tired.
Ahora sí, ¿cuáles son tus poderes? Balas de plata. Rápido, quita.
I won't miss next time.
Qué malo que eres. Estás a medio metro de distancia y en serio fallaste eso.
I thought I should point out a few things. Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't...
Snow White quiere que me lleves a The Woodlands, ¿verdad?
And that's what I want.
Ah, cierto, quiere que te lleve vivo. Estás tratando conmigo ahora. No estés tan seguro. ¿Ese es el plan?
That's right. What happens to you once you get there is a different story.
I'm not quite finished. You will bring me back alive.
Claro.
Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community.
Sí, estaría interesante.
I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial.
¿Por qué querrías eso?
The whole town will be calling for your execution. Why would you want me to bring you back there?
Why don't you let me worry about that? Look, there's no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand. I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't kill those women. And I think you know that.
Pero estabas a cargo de todo.
There's a chance to explain my side of the story.
Entonces, ¿qué eres tú?
Then what are you?
I'm a businessman, not a killer.
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
And I will, as long as you agree to my terms. Because I'm not saying another word until I'm brought before the community.
Trato ahorita de hacer un poco las cosas por el bien. Espero que funcione.
If you change your mind and decide to do something stupid, you won't get your answers. But you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town. You're often reckless, and I worry you're not thinking of the... Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about here? Where this case is concerned?
Es sobre la justicia, esto es sobre Faye, es sobre Fabletown.
Or do you just want to look like the hero?
Es mi trabajo, básicamente. Mi trabajo es proteger a las fábulas. Que sea justo y todo. Sobre Faye sería muy subjetivo de mi parte, pero así que estoy entre la justicia y Fabletown. Es que es casi lo mismo, creo yo. Vamos a decir sobre Fabletown porque se va más al tema de las
This
personas.
is about protecting Fabletown. Some asshole murders two of our people. It's my job to bring them down.
Eso, así se habla, Big B.
You know who murdered them. Georgie.
Pero ¿quién mandó? ¿Quién dio la orden?
Dead, isn't he?
¿Sí está muerto?
My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand you have an obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten up a little. It's over. So, shall we get going? I'd rather not dawdle. You know, I'm actually looking forward to seeing Miss White again.
Vamos a ver. Porque a Snow le...
Let's go. Hand over the gun.
I think I'd rather hold on to it, if you don't mind. What do you say?
No. Eso sí que no. Vamos a ir así sin
I'm
armas.
sure Miss White will be pleased.
No eres una especie de prisionero por ahora.
Such a reliable pup. I understand why she'd want to keep you.
Arréstalo.
You're under arrest.
Exacto, estás bajo arresto.
Trial in front of your peers. And your punishment will follow.
Tratemos de seguir un poco el método correcto, como dijo Snow. Buenísimo, gente. Me encantó el enfrentamiento contra Bloody Mary. Tenía tantas ganas de que llegara ese momento y tan épico como Bigby se transformó en hombre lobo, en el lobo real que es el lobo, sí. Me recordó un poco a ¿cómo se llama? A Kiba y a Kamaru en Naruto. Cuando hacen un jutsu de transformación así, que se transforman así en un perro gigante, súper interesante.
Do something. Are you fucking kidding me?
What is this thing
Are
happening?
we sure he's coming?
¿Quién es?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to.
Ya tengo aquí al malo.
He's back.
The crooked man.
God.
Motherfucker.
Are you okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place.
¿No me veo bien? Ah, ahorita ya recién le veo la cara bien a Bigby. Sí que se pegó bien fuerte.
Well, Sheriff, I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know.
Solo me liberé de las personas que querían problemas, como Bloody Mary.
Back in one piece.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
What do you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get off?
Poor
You
girl.
think you have the right to
And what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What
people?
could they have
You're a
done
fucking
to deserve
crook!
This. You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention?
Igual antes de que lo tiren me gustaría que lo interroguen para ver cómo funcionaba o sea, qué mismo era el negocio, porque no, a la final el negocio nunca entendimos, simplemente sabemos que en sus negocios le dijo a Georgie que matara a las chicas estas y Georgie las mató. Pero de ahí más del negocio, al menos yo no lo entendí, aparte de repartir glamours y toda la vaina.
Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder
As
of
I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porge who killed them.
Ya, eso sí.
Not me.
Pero, ¿cuál es tu negocio?
Was Georgie?
Georgie.
I don't mean to interrupt.
Tú diste la orden.
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a
Pero,
minute.
¿por qué?
So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister?
En teoría sí.
Where is he? Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Está muerto.
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not.
No se preocupen por eso.
Don't worry about it. It's done.
Justice has already been dispatched. Bigby executed him.
He's... what?
dead. So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which
Exacto.
case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
I'm well aware
Me
of my
callo.
rights, Miss White. Unless you plan to abandon the charter entirely.
After the rest of your crimes are read through, then you will have an opportunity to defend yourself, but only then.
If you insist.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order. Inciting
Exacto.
violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of
Eso
Lily
sí,
Ward.
también intentaron matarme. 2 veces.
Misunderstanding.
Aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of...
Y por ser un digno malparido. Por secuestrar a Crane.
And kidnapping Crane at gunpoint.
He went willingly.
Yes, thank you. Now,
Dije
is there
eso porque ya se estaban olvidando de Crane y Crane no está aquí, o sea, ¿dónde está? También me gustaría que hable un poco más de Crane para dar con él.
anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily. So you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit!
Like hell you did.
Stop the charade. We know you're involved.
Come on, it's obvious.
And there's all the other
Tú eres
crap
responsable.
I know you're responsible. You've been behind all of this from the beginning. So cut the shit.
We all know who you are. We know what you've
Just
done.
give it up already.
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
grounds.
fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
but
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You
fuck?
really want
This
to let
is
him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly.
No, yo creo que aquí la gente no te va a apoyar. Ahorita seguir
This
es
is ridiculous.
seguir las reglas ahorita al pie de la letra, no sé si sea lo más
You
conveniente
have the
posible
floor.
por todas las cosas que he
Thank you, Miss
cometido.
White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Exacto, ve directamente al grano, colega.
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
Lo has encubierto, eres un completo mentiroso.
bullshit.
Eso no es lo que dijo Georgie.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would
Entonces,
never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby, when you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
fue atacado.
Yeah, and your goons attacked me. Did you forget that part?
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
Mejor que tengas un punto. No voy a decir nada porque no entiendo muy bien a qué nos estamos yendo.
What's he talking about?
Is this going somewhere?
Straight to the point, I see. You'll make a fine deputy mayor. Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
Vale.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah, that's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you,
Nos está poniendo a todo el mundo en contra de
I was
nosotros.
there to look out for you,
Yes, but
wasn't I?
Ese fue Crane.
Crane was the one who let this town go to
Básicamente.
the fucking dogs. The guy who was in your pocket, remember?
Really?
Y Crane estaba involucrado contigo.
What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that mattered, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Faples get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
She wanted my tree destroyed, but Bigby refused.
What?
you were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Snow cometió un error.
I know.
Vamos a decir que
Snow
fue un
made a
error de
mistake.
Snow.
I had very good reasons for asking you to do that. She was working with Crane and the Crooked Man.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with the Crooked Man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away, but I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to
tratando de
always have your
protegerlo.
best interests at heart.
Maybe you haven't noticed, but we've been doing all this to protect you. We're trying to stop people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you, exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength. And if things didn't fall
No digo
exactly
nada.
his way, someone would die. And I'm just sorry it took us this long to realize what he'd been doing.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town
Vale.
is over. And those girls
Exacto.
will have their justice.
Tenemos que vivir como una buena comunidad y no con cosas sucias que nos traía este tipo.
Very good, very good.
Lo que me preocupa es cuál es la verdadera forma de este tipo.
But it doesn't
¿Será un
disguise the
demonio?
fact that these accusations
¿O qué
are
será?
completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a
a
confession
confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke.
Bueno, eso es verdad. Eso legalmente no se puede hacer.
History.
What are you talking about?
Snow,
¿Qué hay de tu historia?
What about your history? All you've done to this fucking town.
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this.
¿A qué te refieres?
Of course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie killed them. Make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time. Yes?
Yes.
¿A dónde quieres llegar con eso?
Where are you going with this?
No entiendo.
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Like what?
How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right. Did you think we'd all just let that...
Ah, vale, vale. Si lo ponen a Bluebeard es porque supongo que... A ver. No le digamos a Bluebeard porque... No acusemos a Bluebeard por el hecho de que perderíamos el voto de él. La confianza de él.
No,
You can't be serious.
that was different. What? You think you should
No
be
digo nada.
accountable?
Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I
Exacto.
did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want a scapegoat.
Es convincente, la verdad.
Tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own crimes.
This is right.
Oh, please.
Pero igual...
This isn't the
No sé.
point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen,
Cálmense, por
Everyone
favor.
calm down. This isn't
I
the
mean, a
reason we're
certain
here.
level of privilege should be afforded to
To who?
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction?
Otra vez lo mismo. Está queriendo lavarles el cerebro a la gente.
Challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens. Who will protect you from the big bad wolf?
Ahora me echa la culpa a mí.
Bigby! Miss White!
¿Qué pasa?
Excuse me,
I-
dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath?
What's she doing here?
Puede hablar ahora que ya... Ahora puede hablar ahora que ya Vivian se sacrificó por todas las
I
chicas.
need to say something.
Vamos, 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 hable.
Kind of in the middle of something.
Ella tiene... no necesitas... Vamos,
Bluebeard.
Of course. Go right ahead.
vamos, que ahora sí puedes decir todo lo
You
que...
probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
Vamos.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her?
En realidad ella se suicidó.
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Vivian killed herself. Back at the pudding and pie.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know
Nerissa. My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people
Eso
who
lo
ever gave
confirma.
a damn about me.
And this just confirms it.
Exacto.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a...
¿A una qué?
5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Ujú.
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Vale.
Good enough for me.
Me too.
¿Vamos a tirar al pozo, sí o no?
Calm down the witching well.
Sí, eso estoy diciendo ya. Hagan algo.
For a crook like that. What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats. fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you.
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want murder?
You know we can't
No
let
digo
you go
nada.
free after this.
Wait!
What?
I wonder what they'll say about you when the tide turns. What
There
lies
is no
they'll...
appeals process.
Well done, then.
¿Por qué
For your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking
¿Por
about?
qué lo está
He's
defendiendo
guilty.
esta?
I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
Uy, no, esto ya se
How
está
can we be
tomando
sure
temas
he
muy
won't
serios,
escape
casi igual que la vida real.
We'll use magic.
That's not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has a
more
point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been enough bloodshed
So we
already?
get rid of him.
dangerous.
Get him out of
We
here.
can send him away.
Everyone, listen up!
Uf, aquí yo no me quiero meter
we're
mucho.
having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Deberíamos votar, ¿vale?
Everyone, calm
Democracia ante todo.
Should have a vote. Make it democratic.
Exacto.
Do you really think that's going to work?
Sí.
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He
Ah, igual me van a poner a mí a cargo.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine.
Are you
Tío,
sure?
ay, ¿por
This
qué
isn't
hablaste,
actual-
Nerissa?
People want this right.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Snow.
Just do what you think is right.
Yes, Sheriff. Do what you think is right.
Teach him up.
Arrancarle la cabeza ahora mismo. Tirarlo al pozo. Arrancarle la cabeza y tirarlo al pozo es básicamente lo mismo. Solo que con tirarlo al pozo va a ser como que más legal. Arrancarle la cabeza me dejaría a mí mal frente a todo el mundo. Y encerrarlo... A ver, hay algo que me llamó mucho la... Miren, gente. En el mundo hay, ¿cómo se dice? No hay justicia y que no debemos matar a las personas ni nada. Yo lo sé. Hay personas que según unas personas apoyan que sí a la pena de muerte, sí a ejecutar a las personas, a los malos que han cometido muchos asesinatos. Otras personas que simplemente le caen a perpetuo y lo encierran por el resto de su vida. Si por mí fuera, yo no mataría. Me iría para encerrarlo, pero el tipo parece saber un poco de magia y todas estas cosas, así que sí que se podría ir fácilmente. Pero creo haber visto que Auntie Griffin, o como se llame, dijo que podrían utilizar un hechizo. Así que si no es solamente encerrar por encerrar, sino que vamos a hechizarlo para que no haga nada, los hechizos, la magia es fuerte, entonces yo creo que puede haber una posibilidad. Así que me gustaría tirarlo al pozo para que no sepamos nunca nada mal de él, pero solamente lo voy a encerrar por el hecho de que voy a confiar en la bruja para que esto, a lo mejor la bruja luego nos traicione, no lo sé, pero voy a confiar esta vez en que los hechizos que van a utilizar con él va a servir.
You can lock it.
Everyone, I'm
Not this way.
Maldito. Maldito. Hasta nunca. Bueno.
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep.
A pesar de que me intentaste matar, voy a seguir con lo mío.
Please, we can still.
End it already.
Gente, me voy a arrepentir de esto.
You said you had a way to keep him from hurting people.
Wait, you can't
What
be
he's
serious.
done, you just gonna put him in prison?
This isn't the way, Sheriff. You're doing the right thing.
Yes, there's a way.
Pues si funciona bien, y si veo que lo proteges o se libera de su hechizo, los dos van a pagarlo bien caro. Está súper buenísimo, gente. Hace 20 minutos ya quería acabar el Let's Play, pero se puso bastante bueno esta parte. Así que bueno, hasta aquí nomás vamos a dejar este super capítulo que está súper interesante. Dale un me gusta, comentar algo que os haya parecido interesante y con eso veremos a ver qué pasa. Ya sabéis, si el juego tiene, si estos capítulos de esta semana de The Wolf Among Us tuvieron buen apoyo, pues entonces van a tener un tercer capítulo en esta semana. ¿Algo más que decir? Pues no. Muchísimas gracias a todos y nos veremos en el próximo capítulo, que algo me dice que ya va a ser el último quizás. Así que vamos a ver. Hasta la próxima. Bye.